What's up everybody, it is Colin here, and in this video we're going to do a live Q&A in the Facebook group. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a post I made about 24 hours ago. It has 129 comments. I already responded to quite a lot of them, but I want to go in a little bit more detail about what's going on with this. So in the Facebook group, which has almost 7,500 people in the group, I made a post. What is the number one thing holding you back in your affiliate business right now? Comment below for help. So I'm going to assist these people in more elaborate answers on what's going on. I'm going to share my previous comments and we can have a look. So Ijas, he said coaching for free. Well, I gave him a very honest answer. I mean, if you look for a coach, it's always give and take. So you cannot expect a coach to coach you for free because you have to compensate that person for either knowledge or time. Usually these people have invested numerous thousands of hours usually into perfecting their craft. If you expect to get that for free by not providing anything back, you're delusional. That's not how business works. So I gave him that answer. What's in it for them? Change your mindset and change your life and business. Basically, he gave a good solution. He proposed what a coach could offer him to find a solution to his problem, which is limited cash flow. However, I would say that is his ideal scenario. I haven't seen anybody who does like major group calls. It's a good idea, but nothing interested for me if he wants him as a coach. Then he said, why wait for someone to start? Why not we? We need to change what we're doing. Well, I would say do not put your problems in somebody else's position. If you need a coach, then you personally need to take responsibility for your actions and go out there, make it happen yourself. If you cannot acknowledge that you have and you are the problem in your business and not necessarily but my circumstances, but my country, but my money, but, you're just pushing the excuses, which basically allows you not to take responsibility for your actions, and that's very detrimental. That's what I had done in my first 1.5 years of business. I always blamed somebody else for what's going on. The products are not good, my ads are not working, Facebook is a bitch, the advertisers don't want to work with me, bloody. And in this case, if you keep that mindset, that structure where you're basically everybody's against me, blah, that's not going to work. And as soon as you change your mindset, you will see that the progress will be very fast. So Newman said fear of losing money. I asked him what's the situation. The fear of losing money is obviously a difficult one because that also has to relate to mindset, right? What are you thinking right now that is holding you back? Why are you afraid of losing money? That's the big question, right? Business carries risk, and entrepreneurs who take the risk, who conquer their fear, have an exponential reward, possibly, right? You have a reward where you basically have what other people don't have. You have that potential, and in return you have to conquer those fears. You have to step over those hurdles, blocks and carry that risk. If you allow yourself to dive deep into those fears, write them out, then the fear of losing money would be one of the big objections why you shouldn't be in business. If you cannot conquer that fear, you have no reason to be in business. If you want safety and security, get a job, work your way up the corporate ladder, get a decent pay, but don't assume to get paid as a wealthy person for risk you're not willing to take. So what I like is Jeff Bezos, where he says like, why does his executives in his business get paid so much while they only work like 6 hours a day, and other employees work 9 hours for 100th, sometimes 1,000 of the pay, right? They get a lot less. So a line worker works really hard. They make maybe $15 an hour, and executives gets maybe $1,000 an hour, right? Why? Well, the question is, the people who get paid the most make the most important decisions. If a line worker fucks up, he drops a package, he picks it up and puts it on the belt again, right? It's okay, nothing got messed up. If he fucks up really bad, a customer might not get the package, he files a complaint at customer service, and it will be resolved by somebody else. If an executive makes a decision and that person makes the wrong decision, then thousands of people can be unemployed at one time. Thousands, maybe millions of products might not reach their destination. You are paid to the direct relative force of your thinking, decision making, and the risk you're willing to take. And that is a very important one when it comes to being the entrepreneur and running your business. It works the exact same. The people who take the most risk, calculated risk that is, have the opportunity and the potential to yield the highest reward. A scissor says, I would say Facebook ad bans. Then I asked him, have you experienced many bans? And he said, I haven't, but seeing other people, it's holding them back. Well, I see that a lot too. And with ad accounts, it's the same as Ija's problem. That is information that is so valuable. It is continuously changing, almost weekly, that you need to have the right connections to find out this information and how to work with it. So one solution would be the December Mastermind. In the December Mastermind, we have, I think, 2 weeks worth of content drilling down Facebook ad accounts and how to keep them alive, how to get new ones on very advanced strategies, 4 different methods to get you to your goals. You would need separate masterminds, communities, paid forums, a mentor to show you that route. And yes, it's difficult to manage it by yourself, but the reason that it's difficult is because there's so much money involved to test, to find out the answers. So you cannot expect somebody to give you the answers for free when they invested tens, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars into this material. Okay, Ali says money. I asked him for scaling or starting. Okay, not for long, working with a very little budget. So the thing is, when you start your business, you need to have an adequate budget. If you start with $100, $200, you carry so much risk because as soon as you start having momentum, you run out of money, right? So you need an adequate budget. And the only way to get money, usually, the right way, is to get a fucking job and work. If you live in a tier 1 country, cut 50% of your paycheck, right? Within 3 months, you can start your business. If you live in a tier 2 country, cut 12 months of your paycheck. If you live in a tier 3 country, go work online and cut 12 months of your paycheck. 1 year of an investment to start a business will test you on how bad do you really want to make this happen. If you would say, oh, well, that's too much work, then fuck off. Because apparently you don't want it that bad. You're just playing around, you're just messing around, and business is not really for you. You just have this shiny object syndrome of get rich quick, and that is not at all what this business is about. So Fima said, I'll say psychology of successful campaigns and how to pick the brain of super affiliates. We had a nice conversation going. So I asked him the psychology of successful campaigns for himself to read the data or for the user. And what did he do to pick the brains of super affiliates so far? So he said, for the user, because it's all about them, that makes a lot of sense. And I will go to private masterminds or events to see the super affiliates, what they did, the change, and to successful people. So he is really bringing himself out there. For Fima, the action part is not a problem, apparently. So I asked him, is it more about the user, or more about the data which you derive from the user when it comes to big campaigns? It's an open question. There's no right or wrong answer. And then for sure, the events like that are the best opportunity. Referrals also work very well to get into super affiliates agenda. Data from the user, right? So that's what he meant when he said for the user. So I know him already. Fima has been in our previous masterminds, and he said, I know you've run many campaigns. What's the issue with user behavior? So he's had to understand what could I have done better to make winning campaigns. I know it's all about testing, all right? But the super affiliates can tell you this simple task, right? And I said, well, I like your hustle. How about we schedule a free call? This is not an invite for others, only for Fima. He's now in the middle of new processes, getting some new accounts, Greg David stuff. I don't know that guy, but I asked him if he's joining us in December, and that was exactly the moment when he purchased a December Mastermind ticket. So right now they're still on sale. If you're watching this on YouTube, link in the description. If you're watching this on Facebook, I will put it in the comments later while I'm streaming this live, and you can check it out. So Fima's in. Obviously, with his ad account, it will help a lot, and as well structuring the campaigns. I mean, 10 weeks of training, that's obviously will bring insane value. I don't know how to read the data properly and scaling. What's the main issue? I'm running 3 campaigns, 1 ad set and 1 ad per campaign. Well, what's the issue? Each campaign, some they lose and sometimes profit. Custom lookalikes. Well, why are you running lookalikes? Low budget. I have to try order rules as your tips to increase then lose. So, well, that's the thing. If you keep scaling, well, the earnings per click are pretty good, conversion rate is steady. Then if it's profitable and you scale, it becomes unprofitable. Simple solution, don't scale. Just take profit and work on your other campaigns. And if you don't have that much money, if you make $2 profit a day on $20 spent, still 10% ROI, go slowly, go steady, and within, 10 days, you've doubled your total capital. So that makes sense. Money to start. With my actual job, I can barely pay for rent and food bills. I decided to start anyway. Yeah, you might have to get a different job then. I mean, if you have one job, working 40 hours, I assume, then get another fucking job, work 80 hours. I mean, my guys, they work 100, 120 hours, they bust their ass off, and I pay them very good. I myself work between 100 and 120 hours to run this business, pull it from 7 to 8 figures, right? So, I mean, if you have one job working 40 hours, you're still a lazy fuck. You're just having an employee mindset. Oh, but I have kids, I have a mortgage, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's not my problem. That's not anybody's problem but you. You should try and make it work, get a better job, educate yourself and get a better job, or hustle, flip things on eBay, flip things on Amazon. There's so many things you can do. Not having enough time is usually the worst excuse I hear. But what kind of campaigns? I've launched 2 campaigns. The first is a story to sweep to win an iPhone. If you watch the YouTube material, I always say never run phone offers on social pay-per-click. And now I'm running Facebook feed sweep to win a 500 voucher, barely profitable. He did follow it, was it like 50 times? The budget is still too low to make some real money. I think you need to change your mindset a little, Federico, and then it will work out just fine. Budget, Umar. So Umar is a school student. He just finished his exam, so his situation is a little bit different. We usually have entrepreneurs from like 30 to 40 who are interested, sometimes 20 to 40. We don't have that many people who just finished like high school or university degrees. So I just told him, take it step by step, go through everything slowly. There's no rush. You'll figure it out. No issue. Okay, well, no answer here. Yen, he said bank account issues and account bans. Okay, he has a whole story, what's not working with his bank account, blah, blah, blah. And then Jan is already in the mastermind, so we'll take good care of him in December. Okay, Joe Rivers. My profile got banned from advertising after my first campaign. I appealed twice, but they won't reinstate it. Would appreciate some feedback what to do next. Okay, then it's obviously about ecosystems, business managers, or ad accounts. What is going on? First, you need to have a good picture of what's going on to be able to give a concrete answer. I had 3 business managers and I've set up 3 accounts so far. So I read that I thought her ad account got banned, but it's actually her Facebook profile. I would say a personal ad account ad restriction. So she said, I'm a bit worried about setting up a second profile, jeopardize my personal profile. Major problem, it depends a lot of things for my family, and that's obviously an issue, mixing business with private stuff. So I have yet to reply to her. Have you successfully appealed a profile ban? Yes. I've successfully appealed any ban because we get a lot, right? Running this big of a business, you will experience a lot of bans, but the thing is you need to have the solutions. So I know you're the mastermind student, and I know you're coming into the next mastermind, so I will help you out there with giving you the advanced strategy, and I can give it to you early. You don't have to wait for December. because I just want you to get back up and running. You were doing good, so let's keep it going. Okay, Sanka, hi Corfies, get a fucking grip. I don't reply to that bullshit. What are your experiences at Facebook bans? I am in close contact with Hendrik, which is one of our best students, but he has all his ad accounts down. He gave me this to warm up business managers. I'm a total newbie with marketing. Yeah, so Hendrik did really well in the mastermind. Then I saw him get down a little bit because of the bans. Then he was up again. Obviously, he's getting over the hurdles quite fast. So Gerard, what you have to do is you have to follow him. While I'm leading Hendrik, because Hendrik is doing very well, he's bringing his business beyond 10K a month, you need to follow Hendrik in his footsteps. So I coach Hendrik and Hendrik coaches you. That will be a very good flow. Keep that going and I'm sure you'll figure everything out. Technical issues in my HTML. Okay, click ID or redirect pixel. Changing the question of age. I don't understand what that means. That's why I didn't reply. I'll just reply now. What do you mean? I didn't get that one. I want to see a high profitable push notification campaign. Showing my results, it doesn't do anything for you. Like, an affiliate marketer will never show their full campaign unless it's in a paid product. So in the mastermind, we show you from start to finish, like 5-figure, 6-figure campaigns, but that will not happen in a YouTube video because it doesn't make sense. Right? You will just get some motivation out of it. Oh, this is what is possible. But the chances of you replicating that from a free YouTube video are very much unlikely. Ad budget, I learned the hard way that if you aren't careful with zero parks, so this is push traffic, they can send you hundreds of dollars in bot clicks in a matter of seconds. I had that same issue before, but I got a refund when I opened the ticket. So they refunded me for the traffic and they appreciate the feedback. Then he just asked a technical question on how to get that going. I just told him to use the click login volume and just send that over to them if you don't pass on the right parameters. Facebook ad account and whole Facebook profile and IP bans. That's a lot. Everything basically. Yes, they can also ban your IP, but it's last case scenario. And it's usually quite an easy fix. So people see it as a huge problem, and it can be, but it doesn't have to be because there's quite an easy fix to it. You shouldn't worry too much about that because it's very unlikely to happen. And sometimes, well, usually for us, twice it was very easy fix. Money to start. I'm trying to save some money for my day job, step by step. That's the way we do things. Again, Facebook ban account. Disabled my personal profile from advertising. Now I need to create a new account. It's hard to get over the algorithm. That's true, especially if you don't know where you're starting, right? So again, this is the information which took us tens of thousands of dollars to figure out, to set up, and that's why it's not available for free. So again, join the December Mastermind. It's not that expensive. It's like between $500 and $1,000 depending on when you get in. The closer we get to the 1st of December 2019, the more expensive it's going to get. If you get in today, I think something like $600, you will learn everything you need to know to continue advertising, hopefully for the long term, and get your business up and running. Unable to find good offers. That's weird because I listed tons of networks. Facebook ad account bans again. Okay, this is an interesting question. For any company called XYZ, who I'm an affiliate for, I know we are allowed to use creative and ads given us to the CPA network. However, I want to copy the ads they use from their fan page, ads that are not in CPA network. Would this be allowed even if I change the ad slightly? No, that would not be allowed. Even the misusing the brands provided by the CPA work is still copyright infringement. So doing that, obviously you carry more risk, which is usually not preferred, but more risk, more reward. Hell lot of ad account bans. Well, just ask for the strategy, you know, you must have some strategy in place to get over it. Investment to scale products. Depends on which vertical. Not meeting him live, that's the only issue. We're going to Affiliate World Asia in Bangkok in the beginning of December. So if you want to meet me, meet Richard, we are going to be there. Just funding. What's the plan? Too much special because it will be unique. No one tried before, thank you. All right, I didn't really get what that means, but I don't think he's gonna run any traffic in 2019. Okay, but my honest reply is I don't see any teachings on details on scaling Instagram story, just general info. The Facebook ad account is like a minefield. If you're not lucky, forget it. It's not about luck, it's all about strategy. There is a method, but nobody shows you the exact way. At last, probably cash flow from that. Yeah, nobody shows you the exact way because they spend so much money on learning it. Can't expect that for free. Get a grip. At last, probably cash flow from networks. And one more to add, for sure, there's some kind of shaving or scrubbing, how you call it, going on, because I've noticed that with my own observation, placed in between two networks. Yeah, there will always be scrubbing. I mean, all the companies need to make margin, and that's why you need proper communication and a good relationship with your affiliate network partners to ensure that everything goes smooth. Startup, money, traffic. I was being scared to start tools like ClickFunnels Tracker, let alone Facebook. No, create landing page, offer. Can I do something with $100 room without ClickFunnels Tracker? Wouldn't recommend it. Need a higher budget, man. $100 is nothing. Won't get you that far. I'm starting out there. I have a successful campaign, but I need more money to compete with competitors, so my ad is currently paused. Compete with competitors? What does that mean? I'm confused. If you have a successful campaign, you're already winning over the competition. Finding the right offer and the money needed to test and find it, I hope there were shortcuts. Classic answer. There are no shortcuts in business. Please, I need the right what? And the strategy of working with AdWords Media. That's not what this is about. He wants me to watch, do a private watch me build. Money. To start, my greatest challenge right now, cost of coaching is not helping matter. Though I'm trying to run some campaigns, free traffic, see how it goes. Yeah, like the thing is, people should be able to do things without a coach or mentor. If you go from 10 to 100K, 100K a month to 500K, I get you need a mentor, you need a coach to guide you. But getting from 0 to 1,000 a month, figure that shit out yourself. Got fucking YouTube, hold the fucking internet. Should be able to at least pull some money in that way. Save it to raise money. This was the time I went to bed, so I didn't reply anymore. Here, Ellie. To everyone struggling to make some extra bucks. Here it goes, free fucking advice. I simply listed local products from supermarket on eBay and managed to make $250. I live in Greece, to give you an idea. It wasn't overnight, of course, but everything needs time. Just hustle, guys. There are heaps of ways to save money. Maybe cut down on some stuff that is bad for you, or do you really not need? I think we all have the fear of failure, but we must remember to learn from it. I'm going to heart this little comment because that's the best comment I've seen in this feed. What's holding me back from growing my affiliate is that 316 heads not enough to pay for a tracker, blah, 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 organic traffic. Okay, fair enough. At least doing some effort there. Have 600 dump to invest, not enough to join the course, pay for software, pay for ads. Only your course costs that amount. Yeah, so either raise more capital, which I wouldn't advise to invest into a course, if that's your only money. With $600, you can start, follow the 3-step training, do some small tests, get some knowledge. The most important thing. So Francisco says scaling, which is Pawan, also his issue, which is a good issue to have, right? Scaling is a good issue to have. We have some strategies on the YouTube channel which are free to scale. You can use automated rules, you can use duplicates. Those are pretty basic scaling methods, which actually work tremendously well. I'm new to the affiliate CPA, just saw a few of your YouTube videos, but don't have the steps yet. Do I need to capture emails? I will send you the 3-step training. And Victor says money to start. Get a job. So Ali, you win best comment of this feed, trying to help others out. Everybody, thank you so much for submitting your questions. Let me see if I can pull this live video up on my phone. I owe Facebook money, have a banned business manager, and don't have that future credit card anymore. What can I do in this case? Contact Facebook at account support. They will be able to help you out. Okay. So everybody's watching, no new comments. I hope everybody had a great time watching this. If you're watching this on YouTube and you have additional questions, please leave them down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.